It's about 9:48, December 15th, Monday. Powerball jackpot. I bought 5 tickets this afternoon since it's 1.1 billion. I guess I picked the numbers around 10 o'clock. See if I win. Never won one, but who the hell knows? $10. I bought the tickets, a price chopper, and then a roommate, the guy I call fucking two-faced lion, fucking lunatic. I said I bought some Powerball ticket. He goes, where? I said over there. Where? Or at the counter, customer service. So he goes over and buys Powerball ticket. One time he says people do what other people do, and that's what their religion or saying. He's a Catholic guy. Talked about people do what they see other people do that they're around or something. It's part of their religion. I think it's just fucking idiots, fucking causing fucking idiots to fucking idiots. Kind of like a stampede of herd of buffalo, and they all run over the cliff and kill each other because they're just doing what everybody else is doing. Just fucking idiots. I think this guy's an idiot. Just an insane lunatic. Yesterday he wants to go to church, so I drive him to the Catholic church up the street for free on the weekends. I give him a free ride because he pays me money to drive him around. Okay. My brother said, something about, is that the guy's a deadbeat? And I said, well, this guy ain't a deadbeat. He pays me to drive him around. He's just a problem, causes problems, and bugs everybody. But yesterday he wants to take him to church. He's wearing nice clothes for once. And he says he can't find his fucking tie. And then I pointed at a tie in his mess. I say, well, you got a mess over here. Don't worry about your tie. Worry about your tie later. I'm ready to go. Then he finds a tie, puts it on, the one I pointed out. That's not the one he wanted. And then he gets all his nice shirt and tie, and then he puts on these sweatshirts and hoodies over the shirt and tie. I said, why do you waste your time about getting a nice shirt and tie and then put a hoodie on? Well, it feels comfortable. He goes around wearing a hoodie everywhere, kind of like an idiot. And then when he gets out of the car at the church, he goes, uh-oh, something fell out. And the tie he was looking for fell out of his shirt or something. It was tucked inside. I don't know. This guy's so fucking stupid. It's unbelievable. Just a complete lunatic. He called the police on another guy. He told the store clerk at Dick's Sporting Good or Academy to shoot me one time when I was driving over there so he'd get a bike to ride to work at Walmart. Now he's telling something about his legal issues and his brother and all this crap he's talking about. He complains about other people, kisses my ass around my house, but in public, he insults me and tells people to shoot me, whatever. And he goes, he's just a fucking lunatic Catholic, makes a giant mess in the kitchen, just like Robert, the black guy. He was always making a giant mess in the kitchen. But the black guy didn't pay me. This guy pays me. So that's a difference. But anyways, I went to the casino, got my free bets. I won money on my free bets, had free dinner. And then I went to one table and hit a good one, won about $300 or $400. I guess I got up to $500 on my 50 or 60 I started with. And then I started getting cold and walked away a loser. I could have walked out $500 and didn't do it. And this other guy that's always there, he started hitting everything. I don't know how much money he had. He was hitting everything. I tell him, I own the place. But since I was 16 years old, just because I own a place doesn't mean I get a paycheck. So I don't work for free. I got my master's degree. I got 99% on the ACT in math. That's worth $1 billion a week a paycheck. To maximize stock owner value, this company right here, I'm a free agent and I'm available. Now, some of these guys mouth off. There's one Chinese Oriental guy's always mouthing off. He kind of, I don't know what the fuck he's just kind of fucking mouth off. Kind of pisses people off. He's joking around sometimes, mouthing off. Who fucking whatever. But anyway, I saw on TV that Rob Reiner, meathead from Archie Bunker, him and his wife were found dead in their house in California, their mansion, and supposedly his son killed him. And Brown University, some people with guns went into the one of the buildings with classes and started shooting people and killed some people. And down in Australia, where it's summertime now, they were celebrating Hanukkah at a Australian beach, and a father and son went in there with rifles and started shooting people, taking pot shots at them, killing people, shooting them. People running scared on the beach, yelling, screaming. Then they showed this one guy who was in his car, or behind. He was in his car, behind his car door, standing behind one of the gunmen who was standing behind a tree, shooting people. And the gunman had his back to the guy by his car. So the guy rushed behind the gunman, grabbed him around the neck, put him on the ground, took his gun away from him. He didn't shoot the guy. The gunman got away. He let the guy get away. He just pointed the gun at him. He got away. He didn't shoot him. Now, he was a hero just to take his gun away. Maybe he was under extreme stress and not a cop, knowing exactly the proper thing to do. It'd probably been proper to shoot him in the leg or something so he couldn't move. Because he went back with his brother or something, his father and son, and he got another gun, was on a rooftop, and was up there back shooting people from a rooftop. And I saw another video where one of the guys on the rooftop was laying on the ground, evidently shot by the police. This other guy was still shooting people, and it showed bullets hitting this guy. He fell once or twice until he finally dropped down for good. I mean, there's terrorism going on almost every day somewhere in the world, the United States. Pretty scary world we live in. People do this shit. Hate crimes against Jewish people in Australia. Hate crimes against your father, who was a TV rich actor, movie star, whatever. Hate crimes against people studying engineering or economics in an Ivy League school. It's just ridiculous. Hate crimes against me by Merrill Lynch, throwing me in jail for trespassing with the police enforcing at the courthouse. It's just Nazi fucking mafia bullshit. These people are murderers in the police and the courthouse, identity thieves, lookalikes, frauds. That's why they owe me $1 trillion, and every punk needs to get a bullet put in their leg, incapacitate them, put them in the zoo in a cage for everybody to witness what happens to these scum. They probably murdered my real dad. That idiot stole his identity. It's been in my mind by the guy living his life during Video Corner when I just lost my shit and couldn't believe it. And of course, I'd been at Purdue where the Wilbur finance teacher said that I would be thrown in jail for trespassing in front of everyone in a finance class last semester, I think. I go into a stockbroker office in Kansas City. That reinforced it was just a bunch of bullshit crap. Not right, not acceptable. And my religion is don't go along with something that's not right. Right is right, and also an eye for an eye. It's an eye for an eye. Right is right, and don't go along with shit that ain't right. And an eye for an eye, and it's not funny. I consider it Nazi mafia terrorism against me. And I don't know what's going on. And I don't know who these people are exactly. Names, faces, lookalikes. You see, I maximize stock owner value of this company. Minimum wage, as I said in the casino, $1 billion a week for me now, based on a hedge fund paycheck. And all this needs to be on national TV for everybody to know what the fuck these scum have done, what they've done, and it's not right, who they are. They need national persecution, attention, everything about them, their family, everything. They need to be known who they are nationally, so the whole country takes fucking actions against these scum. And minimum wage for me is $1 billion a week now. $4 billion a year hedge fund paycheck. I'm so much better than that. I got to get $4 billion a month, which is $1 billion a week. Real simple math. Not even close to Engineering Calc 1 first semester at Oklahoma State. But the scum do whatever they can get away with. And whatever they can get away with doing to me, they call themselves acceptable to their group think. This group right here is the only group that matters, and the punks need to make the makers.